everybody.
We made it. Things were scary there for a second. We almost got Zuckerberged.
I got kind of worried.
No, we made it. We're fine.
Welcome to Tech Warped. We made it.
The first one, guys. You're here for our very first episode.
It's terrifying and exciting all at the same time. I'm Hunter Ginn. This is Deena Hayes.
And I'm Michael Stanley.
I know. Did you know your own name?
I forget sometimes, so it's always good to have help.
It's always good to have backup plan. But hey, we're here to talk to you about the latest and greatest in technology, anime, games, comic books, everything. On today's show, we're going to be talking about E3 2018 because I got to go, and some people didn't feel like going.
I didn't go.
I got to play Super Smash Brothers, and because I'm special. And what else we got going on today?
We got reviews for Megacon, Metrocon coming up too. I also have some cool cosplay stuff to show you guys later on.
I got nerd news and top 10 things you need to bring to a convention.
But before we get into all of that, we're going to look at the top 5 videos of the week.
And I'll be taking off to my set.
All right, see you later, Mike. We'll see you in your studio in a bit. But first, let's get going with the videos. Coming in at number 5, no one likes rejection or the friend zone because it's a real thing, believe it or not. But what happens when it happens live on TV?
Can we talk about this not in front of everyone?
I'm single.
It's complicated.
I'm single, guys. I'm single.
What?
Oh, no. We're really good friends.
So we have this. So this is...
Yikes. Awkward.
You know you've messed up when you've thrown Wayne Brady off his game, who is a master of improv and making it up as he goes.
But I can't help but feel the wardrobe had a bit to do with that decision on her end. I don't know if I could love a guy in that shade of
Some
red.
people think it's a bit and that was rehearsed, but either way, I felt that.
Everything you see on TV ever is real.
Of course. Didn't you know?
Oh, well,
Abraham Lincoln once said, "Don't believe everything you read on the internet just because it has a quote and a picture with it."
Exactly.
I saw that on Facebook.
And now we know it's real.
What's coming in at number 4?
Number 4, we have the...
It's the Nintendo PlayStation.
Oh, yes, that's right. It's an abomination is what it is. I'll show you guys right now.
What really makes me mad about that is this at the end. Like, everything's okay. Everything is not okay in that. And it gets worse the longer you look at it.
What? What?
It was a Switch dock with a Wii U gamepad with PlayStation 1. All good consoles, by the way. Wii U is a good console, by the way.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't think we like Nintendo at all here.
What's a Nintendo? I've never heard of it.
It's a thing that you play on your PlayStation.
What's a Miyamoto?
Exactly. Anyway, what's coming up next?
Coming in at number 3, you might have played Super Mario 64, speaking of Nintendo, but this new virtual reality mod looks a little scary. Take a look. I get anxiety every time I see that last bit.
Like, I seriously had to brace myself and be like, oh God.
Someone died.
Probably. I already hate water slides as it is.
You hate water slides?
I mean, at least ones where you're like, yeah, it's a slide, and then there's just nothing. You're just
Fun fact,
free falling.
I've almost died on a water slide twice. When I was a kid, I went to Adventure Island, and I actually fell over the edge. But thankfully, it was like near the ground. And so like last summer, I was like, I'm going to conquer my fear. And I did it again, and I almost fell off.
Oh my God, no. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I don't like
that guy, on the other hand, he made it to the end and he still died.
Exactly. He was probably like, haha, I hate water slides too. I'm going to conquer my fears. Oh God, what is this?
I hope there was a bungee cord or something. I need to figure out the story behind that one.
And he was never heard from again. Grieve news today. Anyway.
Coming in at number 2.
We have some news on Tetris. Here's an old way, or a new way to play
an old game. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something classy like that. totally classy.
That's how Tetris works, right?
Yeah, I mean,
that was his way of, so you know, when you get the Tetris, you line up, the blocks go away.
Yeah, totally.
So that was just his way of saying, I'm gonna level it out anyways. So he just took care of business all at once.
It's like Pokemon Go, but for Tetris.
I'd play that. Who owns Tetris now? Is it Russia? I don't know who owns Tetris.
Even know.
But whoever they are, they should make Tetris costumes, and everyone can run around as Tetris pieces. And that'll be the next big summer hit.
Oh, God.
Pokemon Go, by the way, has a new update with train and everything. That's the closest we've ever been to world peace.
Yeah, no, I believe it.
You think so?
Yeah.
Summer 2016 was, well, it was two things. It was the closest we've ever been to world peace. It's also probably the highest fatality rate of auto accidents.
Oh, yeah. And I'm pretty sure like a turf war was about to break out between Team Valor and
Team Valor!
And
Team Valor
Mystic.
was the best, by the way.
Instinct just wanted world peace anyway.
Instinct was just in the corner, eating their glue and just having...
Exactly, and be like having egg babies. It was all
Valor and Mystic were duking it out, though, the whole time.
All right, but now I'm in anticipation. What is number one?
Number one? Oh, this one here will just kind of... It'll make you cringe, but it'll also just make you go, oh, Japan.
The truth is, that really shows what happens.
If you came to prove, there's no reason to prove. And now you've got yourself something funky.
Right in the back of the throat.
Yeah, defeat never tasted so nasty.
That, by the way, was a fried cicada. Most people think it's a cockroach. Doesn't make it any better.
I thought it was like a petrified frozen cockroach, and I'm like, okay, well at least it's, you know, not frozen, I guess.
Just imagine one day you wake up and you're in a tube and there's just wind coming from both sides.
Yeah, no. No to all of that.
That was not fun at all. Hey, coming up, let's run over to Michael real quick and see what's going on in the world of nerdy news.
In tonight's Nerd News, after 70 years, Toys R Us has finally closed its doors. We're no longer going to be a Toys R Us kid. It's a very sad time right now. But let's move to some happier notes. Double Dare is back on TV. This past week, it's been on Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock on Nickelodeon, with a new host, Liza Cushy. Also, Mark Summers is back co-hosting the show. It's been great so far. A lot of the same props. They had the big nose. They had run up your hand, grab the nasty boogers, pull them out, slime everywhere. It's been great seeing the show back on. Liza has been a wonderful host this time. We're hoping the show does take off and is a big success. Also, yesterday, Deadline reported that Jim Carrey will be playing Robotnik in the new Sonic the Movie Hedgehog. It's going to be a CGI and live-action movie combined. How's this going to turn out? I'm kind of worried. If you know about Robotnik, he has very skinny, long legs, and he's big and fat. So, what are they going to do with Jim Carrey on this? It's going to be interesting to find out. But another interesting topic, DC has announced a new streaming service. It's going to compete with your Netflix, your Hulu. They're going to have their own TV shows on there. Titans is going to be on there. Doom Patrol, Swamp Thing is going to have its own brand new show. Young Justice is going to have a third season finally, so that's going to be a kick-ass show once again. Harley Quinn is going to have her own show. Right now, there's no price point what they're saying, so it might be, we're hoping, between $7 to $10 a month for this show. Are you interested in subscribing to it? I definitely will check it out. Hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully the new Titans show will be good. Yesterday, they did show footage of Robin. His new armor does look pretty good. It looks a lot like the Suicide Squad Robin armor that was in the background of the Batcave. So we'll see how this goes. In other news, there is a Spider-Man spin-off movie. Morbius is getting his own movie, starring none other than Jared Leto from the Suicide Squad that played that Joker. Joker that none of us want to talk about because it was really bad. So we're hoping that this is going to be good. Morbius is a side character that nobody really knows about. Originally, Michael Morbius was his name. He wanted to get a cure for his illness he had, and it gave him a form of vampirism. Morbius has appeared in Ultimate Spider-Man vs. Sinister Six, and originally he was supposed to be in the Blade movie, but they did cut him out, sadly. So let's hope this movie will be good. Jared Leto, please don't let us down on this movie. And other news, Showtime has announced they are picking up the Halo TV show. So there was supposed to be a movie, that got canceled. There was the Halo anime, that wasn't that good. Nightfall, not that good of a show. But hopefully the network has ordered 10 episodes for the first season. So hopefully that'll be good. The creator is Kyle Killen. He's a showrunner, so let's hope that they do something good this time. And that's it for this week's Nerd News.
Thank you very much, Mike.
Yeah.
It was very good. You did good over there. But let's talk a little bit more about some of that. For starters, Double Dare is back.
Yeah.
Which is, if you know me, Double Dare is like my all-time favorite show. Not just game show, but show. I think that's like the ultimate thing. Mark Summers is back. So if you watched it originally in the 80s, Mark Summers was the main host, and then his sort of off-to-the-side announcer guy was Harvey. He's taken on the role of Harvey. And then Liza Koshy, who is a extremely popular YouTuber with like 15 million subscribers. Oddly enough, hadn't heard of her.
Same.
She's the new host. And so after watching the first episode, I was iffy about her. But after a couple episodes, I think her and Mark have a great chemistry, and I think it's a really good show. I'm glad it's back.
Yeah, there you go. Any particular stunts or dares you're excited to see again?
Well, they've already brought back. Well, their classic was the big nose, pick it. So you had to like crawl under and pick the nose, pull out the booger. Slime comes down, get the flag. So far, of the 5 episodes they've aired, only one team has made it to the final, the obstacle course, or through the obstacle course, I should say. But other than that, Toys R Us died, which.
I saw the saddest picture today, and
the one with Jeffrey with his suitcase.
And then the sign outside the door that says, "I guess everyone grew up. There's no more Toys R Us kids."
And what's funny is I found an old scan of an ad from the 80s, and they say, "You'll never outgrow us." And it hurts all around.
Thanks, 2018.
2018, you suck.
Thanks.
You're just as bad as 2016, like it or not. But so what else was going on in that? I think Mike had a little bit more to talk about.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, I'm finally back. Sorry.
Oh, welcome back.
So
It took me a minute to get back from downstairs.
Tell me a little bit about what else was going on. So tell me about Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey
being Eggman.
I'm really confused about this. It's going to be live action and CG mixed. So I'm thinking something like Roger Rabbit or something type thing.
Could be like Death Note all over again.
I hope not.
Oh God, no, that does not exist.
I mean, I love Jim Carrey. He's in The Mask.
Well, like
is one of my favorite
mentioned,
movies.
Robotnik is heavy set.
Very, very large man, bald,
tall, skinny, scrawny
big
legs,
comical mustache. And then you have Jim
Are they
Carrey.
going to put him on a fat suit when they do that?
They should have had Danny DeVito.
I mean, who knows? It could all just be computer generated. Who knows? But I would not mind seeing him as Waluigi.
Okay, I could see that.
Jim Carrey as Waluigi would be
What about
pretty
James Marsden being Sonic? How are they going to pull that off? Is he going to wear blue
He's going to have a blue morph suit, and they're going to spike his. I don't know.
I'm gonna go with a Fursona
I'm
route.
scared. I'm scared.
A furry
of this.
Sonic.
Yes, Fursona is gonna happen, and it's gonna be
DeviantArt is going to have a heyday.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
that's going to be.
So now we
So
have
the release date for that's going to be November 15th.
November 15th this
Yes,
year,
in
2018.
2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we got
have
time.
So
we have
got
one
a
whole
year.
year to mentally
Year
prep
and
for
a
whatever
half.
visual we're gonna come out with on that one.
And no matter how long it takes, I'm never going to be ready.
Oh man. Although one similar genre movie that never came out that makes me really sad was Sly Cooper. I really wanted to see a Sly Cooper
I
movie.
love Sly Cooper.
Anime Sly Cooper would have been good.
Yeah.
That would have been good.
Just any kind of continuation of Sly Cooper. I was excited for Ratchet and Clank, and I was like, "There's hope," and then it
Nothing.
disappeared.
The Ratchet and Clank movie was good. I like it.
Yeah. See, I'd like to see more video game adaptations, but I guess I'll have to settle for Wreck-It Ralph at the moment.
So what I'm excited for is the new DC streaming.
So we have another monthly subscription thing we got to pay for.
More money come out of our pocket.
See, that's the route we're headed. Everyone's cutting the cord, and so now we got to pay multiple streaming services.
But if that means I
think-
get more
But
young...
then you get rid of your cable company, you're going to save money in the long run.
Disney bought Fox, by the way, too, so that's going to cause a stir up.
It's going to be interesting.
But if that means I get to see more Young Justice and like original Teen Titans,
Young Justice season 3 now.
done. I will.
That's the best.
Pay, I
Joke's
will
on
pay.
you. It's a Teen Titans Go 24/7 streaming service.
Oh,
wait,
that's actually
called,
what it is.
That's called Cartoon Network nowadays.
But DC has also announced not only they're going to have new shows just for that, they're going to have comics, so you can read all the old digital comics and
Oh, and it's all
Okay.
digitized. Okay, that's
yeah,
really cool.
So you get the whole back service.
So
all
it's
the movies
more
too.
than just video.
Yeah, you're
It's-
also going to
okay.
get all the DC movies, the original Superman movies, the old
Okay.
70s Superman,
So it's a whole library.
Wonder Woman. Yeah, it's going to be a huge
That's cool.
library. Even Lois and Clark, which was a great show in the 90s.
How much is it per month?
They haven't said yet.
They haven't said yet.
No.
Do they have a launch window for it?
Sometime within next year.
Sometime within next year.
Yeah,
That'll come out the same time the Sonic movie comes out.
probably.
Good, so we have a palate cleanser.
So you have a yeah. So you can go give yourself the worst movie of all time, and then you can go
I
enjoy
can
some
just
DC.
be like, okay, well, Young Justice is back on. Click. Got him.
Hopefully it'll be good.
man.
I'm looking forward to it. I'll
Okay.
give it a couple months, see how it goes, and
Maybe we'll have to do a review on it later on.
definitely will.
Definitely. All right, and then there was one other thing. Moby.
Morbius. So there's a
Morbius.
spin-off movie of Spider-Man and Morbius, the living vampire. He was a scientist. He had a rare blood disease, and he wanted to try cure it, and it gave him vampirism. So
That's
he
how
has
life works. Yes.
Super strength, super speed, and of course a thirst for blood.
See, I get bit by a spider, and it just hurts for a week.
Did you ever watch the old Spider-Man animated series?
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
he was on there a few times.
Okay.
So he's not a big character. I don't know why they pulled him to do a movie.
Kind of a random
Yeah.
choice.
But I know originally they were going to do a Sinister Six movie, and that would have been better. Because
Yeah.
everybody knows them, and especially after the Homecoming movie. That was a great movie. So they could have brought people from that, not
Sure.
Morbius. And it's Jared Leto. That's
I just want to see these casting choices. That's all. I just want to.
For some reason, every time I hear Jared Leto, my brain goes Jay Leno. And I get all these interesting scenarios in my head. I'm like, Jay Leno?
Morbius, the big
Just the chin,
Jay-
yeah. It's actually just a face painted on the chin.
In a really nice car, too.
You don't get me wrong, Jared Leto is a great actor. I just hated him as the Joker.
Everyone did.
I did
Yeah.
not like
Not
that
everyone,
Joker. So a lot of people liked it. I just could not get into it.
I personally didn't.
No one
care
liked the
for
movie
it.
as a whole, though. So.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
feel like that's definitely where Marvel and DC's to have their separation, where Marvel kind of
You
takes
go to
their
DC
time
for
to,
shows.
Well,
Yeah.
well, DC.
DC's great on shows like Flash,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Supergirl, Arrow. They're great.
And
You
they're
go to Marvel for
animated,
shows, you go to
yeah.
Marvel for movies.
Yeah,
That's
Marvel shows.
Yeah.
the world we live in.
You have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is hit or miss at times.
Yeah.
One small thing I read about just today that didn't make it into your news bit because we didn't research it enough. Do you know about the game Shaq Fu, the greatest game of all time, by the way,
yeah.
if you've never played it? It's Shaquille O'Neal in Mortal
Doing
Kombat,
Kung Fu.
more or less. Yeah, it's like it was a fighting
Side-scrolling
game. It was a
game.
fighting game
Yeah.
in the 90s on Super Nintendo. It has a sequel called Shaq Fu. I think it's called Shaq Fu Legends or Shaq Fu
Really?
Reborn, something like that. There's a level in there now called Barack Fu, and you can play as Obama. We'll talk about this next week.
Where
on
can
the
we
show.
play this at?
We'll go more into it. So the game is released. It's out on PS4, Switch. It's multi-platform.
Oh, yeah.
It's called Shaq Fu.
I may have to
I think it's
buy
called
that
Reborn or Shaq Fu Legends Reborn, something like that. And
Oh
it's
my
the sequel to the highly acclaimed Shaq Fu.
It's something great you never knew you needed until you knew you needed it.
Exactly.
I want to play as Obama.
I read it, and at first I was like, "This is the
If
Onion,
there's
right?"
like an unlockable Joe Biden,
Can I have
I'm gonna
Obama versus
scream.
Trump in the game? Come on, can I have that level?
We'll get there. That may be the final boss of the level. I don't
Oh,
know. I haven't played it,
jeez.
but I'm excited to see it. So we'll
Well,
get there.
you guys keep talking about all this. I have to go run to the fabric store really quick.
Okay, have fun with that.
Yeah?
Fabrics.
Yeah, no.
Fabrics.
If you guys want to come with me, you can. But you know, you do your thing.
I'm gonna be here.
I
sipping
really
my
don't look
tea.
good in spandex. It's something I don't
You
think
don't look in
anybody
spandex?
wants to see me in.
Everyone likes spandex.
Yeah, just,
Not you?
no.
That's okay.
I'm more of a.
And you
Easy
have a
cosplay.
segment later too, as well.
Yeah, I got another one.
But before we go to that, let's see what's going on with Deena over
All right.
in the fabric store. So let's go over to Deena. See what she's up to.
Hey guys, we're here live at German Fabrics. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit about what fabrics you can buy, what you can use to your cosplays, and what's going to work best. So we started with our basics. This is cotton. So cotton is found in most everything. We'll go and pull out a random one here. Usually most Joann's, you can see, they have them color-coded for you, really easy to find. So with cottons, they're pretty basic fabric, really easy to work with. Fun fact, you can actually tear a little bit at the top of the edges here. Oop, the edges right here. If you were to tear right here and pull, it actually creates a perfect cut. So fun fact about cotton. All right, guys, so we're up on one of my favorite fabrics. This is going to be fleece or snuggle flannel, pretty much anything that's just nice and cuddly. This is really great if you're planning on doing something for, say, a kigurumi or some sort of like accessory that's kind of like a plushie. One of the best things about this type of fabric, as you guys can see, it is a lot wider than what we saw with the cotton. These on average are about 58 to 57 inches wide. They do require a little bit more maintenance, as you can see, a little bit more heavy, and not always great for Florida weather, but always a good snuggle buddy. Here we are at one of my other favorite sections. This is called the character print. So as you can see, it's got licensed characters on it, printed mostly in cotton and in flannels and fleeces. So kind of the stuff we've covered so far. As you can see, we have some well-known favorite characters. And it runs fairly cheap. It usually runs about anywhere from like $15 at the maximum for cottons, which you're mostly paying for the licensing at that point. But it behaves the exact same way as cotton, washes when it shrinks a little bit when you wash it, about 40 to 50 inches wide when you buy it, and really good for kind of those light accessories. Not really good to make an entire cosplay out of, but you could easily make an extremely cute dress out of any one of these prints. Right, so this is going to be what was called a silky solid. So these are very light, flowy, printed or solid. They have some solids further down the row, but these are fantastic for doing things like scarves or like capes. Very flowy, nice and drapey. As you can see, a lot more fluid than our cotton and fleece that we've seen so far. So just as an example, going down the rows here, say we're looking at this fabric, and we're absolutely in love with it. How you can check to see if it's gonna work well for you, you drape it over this way. There's that little barcode we were talking about before. Looking over at this one, we can see that this one has about 53 inches in length. It is about $12.99 a yard, so a little more on the pricey side. But this one is 100% rayon, which is a spandex, cotton, and polyester mix. So that means that it is synthetic. So if you're trying to do something a little more complicated like dye it or get a little more fancy with it, it might be a little bit more difficult to work with, but it should sew beautifully because it's still got a cotton base to it. All right, guys, next up is going to be our knit section. So knits are really nice. You have them in solid, printed, pretty much same thing we saw with our cottons, but something really cool about the knit fabrics. Say, for example, here. This is something that is a finer knit. It's a lot more solid, but you'll see it has a lot of stretch to it, a lot more than what we were looking at with our cottons. This one, it can be about the same length, about the 57 inches in length when it comes to the width of the fabric. And then this one, it washes pretty well. It's easy to work with, but sewing is a little bit more tricky. Anytime you're sewing something with a lot of stretch like this, you want to use something called a back stitch. It's where you go forward and then back again. Most modern sewing machines do have a function that will do that for you, but just in case you're doing hand sewing or anything that's a little bit more dated, definitely do a reverse stitch on this one because it'll keep it right in place and stretches with the fabric. Hey guys, what kind of overalls does Mario wear? Denim. Denim, denim, denim. Okay, I'm done being stupid. But next up is our denim apparel. I'm sorry, it was a bad joke. This is our denim apparel. So this is going to be what you're going to find for a lot of pants, or we call them bottom weights. Those are heavier fabrics that you can wear as something more like pants, a little bit more stretchy for some who need the stretch, or just a little bit more of a, as you can see, pretty straightforward denim look. I can tell you right now, personal choice, I hate making pants with a burning fiery passion. So if you're not like me and you enjoy wearing and making pants, this is going to be a better fabric for you to work with. Just a quick note on something like this, whenever you see darker colors, chances are it's going to bleed. The color will dye onto other ones. So I would not recommend washing this with this, otherwise you might get gray, and that's not always desired. So one of the coolest things nowadays is that you can find cosplay patterns really easily. If you guys were cosplaying back in the day, at least when I was like 16, cosplay patterns were nowhere to be found. So you can see things like Harley Quinn, performance fabrics, and these really cool different printed, and it just makes it really easy to get your cosplay. Guys, now it's time to get a little bit more fancy. We are now in our special occasion fabrics. So as you can see, these are a lot more detailed, sequenced, really cool looking, and as you can see, just overall a lot more flashy. Definitely more of what we're looking for in the cosplay world. This particular section is our bridal section. So you're gonna see probably the most
gorgeous, well-made fabrics you could possibly imagine in a typical store. These are rather expensive. Some of these hand beaded or machine beaded fabrics can run up to $30 to $40 a yard, which if you're buying a 4 yard, like about 4 yards is about the typical ball gown, it's gonna get really pricey. So definitely use your coupons wisely when it comes to these, and plan ahead to save yourself some money in the long run. Another thing to keep in mind with these fabrics that are so intricately beaded and beautifully made, they do require a lot more care. So things like dry cleaning, hand washing are an absolute must whenever you have anything really detailed like this. Machine washing would absolutely tear this stuff up. All right guys, so we are at one of my favorite sections. This is the Casa collection. So one of the best things about this is it has almost every color you could possibly imagine. As you can see, they have it all nice and laid out for you guys by color coding. But I have maybe used this on almost every project that has required satin since I was in high school. The fabrics come in different textures, so again, something more light and flowy. They also have stuff that's a little bit more sturdy, thicker, some that stretches. They have laces, they have these chiffon sheer fabrics, so you can find almost every color you could possibly need in almost every texture. And I absolutely swear by the Casa collection. I believe it can only be found at Joann stores, if not online on their own, but just really worthwhile fabric, beautiful patterns and designs as you guys can see here. And it works really well over. And then following suit with all of our performance fabrics and special occasions, we see a familiar face. You guys may know her, Yaya Han, famous cosplayer, and now has her own collection over at Joann's. Later on, I am going to be doing a review of these fabrics because there are mixed reviews out there, some that are just personal haters, some that actually like the fabric. So we'll see how it measures up. We'll do some testing, but we'll see that at a later date. As you can see, she's got a number of different fabrics. We have everything from faded out fabrics to textured, really well textured, just general 4-way stretch pleather. I've worked with it a little bit now, and I can say that what I've seen is pretty good. There are some faults to it, but nothing that's totally terrible. But as you can see, a little on the higher end. Can go up to $40 a yard $40 per yard on her fabric. So we'll see if the quality is actually worth all that money, or maybe find an alternative method. But overall, definitely a unique line, and you can find some pretty interesting stuff. Alright guys, so as you can see, there are plenty of fabrics for plenty of cosplays. The best thing I can recommend, go to your local store, look around, even if you don't know what you're buying, get a feel for it, and you'll see there's a whole bunch of inspiration to be found at any area, especially when it comes to cosplay. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you back at the studio.
Now let's check back in with Michael and see what he's got for this week's Top 10 list.
It is con season right now, so I have a top 10 list of what you should be preparing to bring to a convention. Number 1, money. Money is very important. You got to buy all your stuff. You got to buy all your Yuri on Ice, your Batman, your Superman, everything you want. You need the money. Also, cash is very important. A lot of vendors only take cash right now. It sucks. Why don't they use that stupid little square? But make sure you have cash. Number 2 on my list. Cosplay repair kit. You never know when your Superman pants might get a rip in a crotch, or your cape falls off, or Batman's little chest piece gets mixed up. You gotta be able to fix that thing right away. So always make sure you have something with you. Number 3, food. Convention food is very expensive, so make sure you bring some snacks, some candy bars or something in your backpack. You'll be good for the day. Number 4, batteries for your camera. Everybody has point and shoot camera or DSLRs. Make sure you have batteries, backup batteries. You don't want to be at that photo shoot and your camera dies. You don't have batteries. You lost that wonderful shoot. Number 5, this one for me is very important. The worst thing after a convention is getting con crud. So bring hand sanitizer. Anytime you touch someone's hand, anything, make sure you use it. I don't want to get sick from you, so please use hand sanitizer. Number 6, a bag to carry everything in. Last thing I want to do is buy a Batman figure and have to walk around all day with that figure in my hand. Or for the people that like Yowie and Yuri, it's kind of embarrassing to walk around with Yuri and Victor from Yuri and Ice kissing on a poster and everybody's seeing it if you don't want to share that. So bring a messenger bag, backpack, small, throw it in there. You're good to go. Number 9, the convention guide. It's small, easy, just roll it up, put it in your pocket. You never know when that photo shoot you want to come up, those panels, find out when your favorite voice actor is going to be signing his autographs or her autographs. So convention guides are always important. I always have 2, one in my backpack and one in my pocket, or my assistant carries one. It's always good to make sure you have them. Number 10, probably the most important thing for a convention, deodorant and hygiene. Please, please, for the love of God, wear deodorant when you go to a convention. Take a bath. There's nothing worse than us walking around a convention and smelling that con funk. It's just horrible, and nobody should do it, please. So make sure you have that. Once you have all that, you're going to have a fun weekend at a convention.
All right.
There's nothing worse than con crud and con funk.
Exactly. Wash your damn bodies.
I don't know what it is about con attendees, but do people just not believe in showers?
I think they just are so overwhelmed with all of the fan hype and all of the love, they just forget personal
Their favorite
hygiene.
celebrity walks by and they just get sweaty and nervous.
And then you're just like, I can't take a shower. They breathe the same air as me, and that's just how you live for a week.
You'd be surprised. I've stopped shaking people's hands because I've noticed a trend in lack of personal hygiene, which is people don't wash their hands anymore.
Yeah, no. So just, in general, take a shower at a convention.
Shower,
take
brush
2.
teeth, take 2. If you got 1 deodorant can, use 2.
If you
Mix
wear
brands.
the same costume all weekend, at least bring like Febreze or something.
We live in Florida. It's
spritz it
hot.
out. Just air it out. Air out your spandex. No one wants to smell that.
But speaking of cons, we've been busy
Oh.
at a bunch of conventions this summer. Specifically, we were at Megacon back in May, which was huge.
Yeah.
And then I got to go to E3 because I'm better than all of you. Just kidding. And then we're actually going to be at Metrocon next month.
Yeah, like
In 2 or 3 weeks. And we're going to be doing live coverage there on the floor the entire weekend.
Yeah.
So that'll be a busy, fun project. We'll be doing tons of interviews, guests, the whole shebang. And we're actually going to be doing a panel Saturday night at Metrocon. We'll be doing Tech Warp Live from the panel floor.
Metrocon, yes.
Yes.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
You excited for
Michael
Metrocon?
really wanted to talk about Metrocon.
Metrocon's one of my favorite cons. I've been going 10 years.
Metrocon was my first convention.
Sorry to scare you.
No, it's all good. It was just like Metrocon.
Metrocon's going to be amazing.
So what are you excited for, Rowan? Why do you like Metrocon so much?
It was my first anime convention before I knew what anime was, so my friends dragged me in there. And
What are these Japanese cartoons?
Yeah, I didn't know anything about it, and they're like, these costumes are just amazing. And
well, oddly enough, our executive producer, John, also knows nothing of anime, or very
he
little.
looks like Master Roshi.
And he looks just like Master Roshi, and it'll be his first year.
No, I'm dedicated to the cause. I will make him a Master Roshi costume. We can make this happen.
We should.
I'm okay with this.
But let's backtrack a little bit here. Let's talk about, because we went to Megacon.
Yeah.
And if you watch our other program, Nerd Talk, you've actually seen a lot of interviews from Megacon. Specifically, we had Luca Jackets, who made awesome, expensive leather jackets that I spent way too much money on.
We all spent way too much money on.
Except for Deena, she survived that one. Who else was? I mean, we interviewed a bunch of people.
Pirate Duck.
Pirate Duck.
Awesome
We had some awesome T-shirts.
had the,
Kick-Ass Packs, who makes some really awesome, imagine a backpack, but you would say it's like hardcover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to
And
describe
we also
those.
did the game console and accessory cover artists, the ones that did like the...
Controller Chaos.
Yes.
Yeah, we did Controller Chaos. They were really cool. They had lots of awesome designs.
13X Studios, Jason mask that you custom painted and everything.
I mean, we got. You need to go check out the Nerd Talk Facebook page as well, and you'll see tons of interviews that we did there. But more importantly, from Megacon, I got to go to E3
I'm so jealous.
because I am the best. And by that, I mean I spent way too much money. That's all it means. I didn't get to go to E3 because I'm special. I went because I emptied my wallet.
But you met some people while you were there, too.
I met a lot of people. E3, in my opinion, for the gaming industry, is the greatest networking opportunity because everybody's there.
So I heard you guys spend time with someone for a whole day, hung out with someone.
I did. So on the final day, I got to hang out with Erin Stevie, who is amazing. If you don't know her, go check her out on Twitch. I got to hang out with her. She loves Kingdom Hearts, and so we got to hang out around the Square Enix booth. And I played Kingdom Hearts. I played Kingdom Hearts 3 twice because I just had to. It was just that fun.
She name dropped you a few times on her little
She did.
channel.
She did, and I appreciate that.
I also appreciate playing Kingdom Hearts twice because we've waited so So
God,
long.
I can't wait
We've
for that
waited
game.
long enough that I needed to play it twice.
Exactly.
I got to play Olympus, which you've seen a lot of the video footage where you're fighting the Titan.
Yeah.
And you have the train and you're going around. I did that, and then I also did Toy Story, which was a little different actually because it was you were in a mech, and you were fighting other Heartless like who were piloting mechs, which is kind of weird. But we got some footage for E3 I'd like to roll actually, and you can just kind of see. E3, the Los Angeles Convention Center is insane because it's a huge space, kind of like the Orlando Convention Center, kind of like Megacon. But E3 attendees this year, actually, and you'll see from the footage here, had the highest recorded attendance since 2006.
Wow.
Do we know the count?
I don't know the official count yet, but I mean, you'll definitely see just from this footage, you're shoulder to shoulder with people.
So how long were the lines there?
For Kingdom Hearts 3 on the final day, hey, shout out to my buddy Ian Velez, he was in the shot right there. For the final day to play Kingdom Hearts 3, I waited about 3 hours.
Oh my God.
Ian, my buddy there actually, he waited 4 hours. 9 a.m. he went straight to the Resident Evil 2 demo, and at 1 p.m. he finally got to play it.
Oh my God.
Oddly enough, at that demo, they hand you a flashlight and they say good luck, and you have to go through like this haunted maze first.
That's
Before
so
you can play
to
the
the
demo?
demo. Yeah, and there's
You
like a
gotta
zombie
want
that
it.
jumps out. And, yeah, it was really cool. But E3 is sort of a little bit of a center of controversy in the past couple of years. It used to never be open to the public. So as a result, going to E3 was just always sort of a dream of mine that I thought I would never get to do. Well, once they open it to the public, you allow for anyone with enough money to get in, which causes...
Apparently you have enough money.
No, right now I have no money. Support me, please. But that's the issue. Is now you've increased the population at the convention. You spiked that, and in the because E3 is not a convention necessarily. It's an expo. It's the Electronic Entertainment Expo, and so it's an industry event. It's not meant for fans, and so people in the industry have a bit of a sour taste and attitude towards the people who are buying their way in, because they feel they don't belong there.
Now, are there vendors and stuff where you can go buy stuff there?
Not really. They're starting to open shops now because the public is in. So there's like an E3 merchandise booth outside. You can buy E3
Rooster Teeth
t-shirts.
had a booth.
Rooster Teeth they had a pop-up store that was actually off-site. But this year, Ubisoft had a store. You could go and buy Ubisoft merchandise. But it used to not be that way. Because again, it was industry only, and you had to be either press, you had to be a developer, or a big YouTuber or something of that nature to get in.
And we talked about the numbers of what it requires to get a media pass. Remember what that was?
So if you go out to E3's website, it's clearly stated. If say you have a YouTube channel, you want to get in, it's clearly stated you must have 100,000 subscribers to get a YouTube media badge.
And that's per person.
And that was a different thing. So here with WeBeam TV, they actually had a tent outside for new media. And so I went over, I said, hey, I'm part of a website, WeBeam TV. We do live streaming, and we have some couple of shows. She punches in a computer for a minute, and she goes, sorry, you don't qualify. I was like, okay, no worries, thanks. My friend Danny, he goes back, and he goes, just out of curiosity, what do you need? Why don't we qualify? And I said, you need 10,000 unique visitors per month to your website. That's per pass. So if we wanted a team and we all wanted to go and we wanted, Dylan or John or whoever to do video and say we wanted 5 passes, we would need 50,000 unique visitors per month.
On the website or on YouTube?
To the website.
Okay.
Whatever our biggest asset is. So say YouTube gets 100,000 subscribers, that would probably get us 1 badge.
So I guess what we're getting at is like, subscribe, follow, guys.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, follow. E3
YouTube,
is
Twitch, everything.
It's an amazing time. I mean, because you're in a room with people that, at least for me in the gaming industry, you've looked up to for so long. Shigeru Miyamoto, the creator of Mario, Zelda, so many Nintendo franchises, walked right by me. Reggie Fils-Aimé from Nintendo. You see. I met Swoozy, who's a really popular YouTuber, about 5 million subscribers. Got to hang out with him a little bit. Aaron Stevie, of course, who was on The Attack and some other shows. But I mean, you can definitely see from the shots. There's moments where you're just shoulder to shoulder with people, and it's hot and you're miserable.
Pikachu.
And you're just standing for hours. But no. So on the first day, I played Super Smash Brothers. That was my first thing. I had an appointment for that, so I didn't wait.
Smash Brothers.
Smash Brothers, yeah, right there. We got the hat. Death Stranding did not have a demo, of course. It never will. And in fact, a lot of people actually, what's interesting about this year, Microsoft typically every year they're like they try to come out swinging. They're like, we got all these games, we're the best. And then usually Sony comes out and they're like, no, just kidding, get out of the way, we're the best. And that's typically how the order goes. This year, a lot of people left surprised and they were like, I think Microsoft actually had the best conference.
I don't know. I didn't enjoy the Microsoft.
You didn't, but I mean, because they showed off 50 games total. I don't remember the exact numbers. I think it was like 18 exclusives. They actually, you can see here in the footage, they had their own building. They owned the building next to the LA Convention Center, and so they were like, well, rather than waste money and rent our own booth, we're gonna just do our own thing.
Just
so
open house.
You were kind of in Club Xbox
to go in there.
No.
So anyway,
what was funny was that really wasn't advertised that well. You'd see a line outside for this building that had Xbox plastered all over it, but we assumed at first it was like a VIP or something, invite only. Then we found out it was anyone with the gamer badge could go in. And so that's why on the second day we went straight there, and I waited 20 minutes to play Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh wow!
The first time.
Versus
because nobody knew it was there.
Right.
It was really interesting. It was kind of weird. But no, I mean overall, if you're passionate about the gaming industry, if you love video games, and you want to be able to network and to grow, whether as a developer, journalist, media, whatever, you have to go to E3. I think it's a phenomenal.
Next year
event.
we should just do a whole live show.
And I knew because I got to go. Last year was the first year. 2017 was the first year they opened public passes, and so I knew immediately I wanted to go, and I went. I spent a bunch of money. My credit card was hurting, but I knew as soon as I left, I was like, I have to go next year. I knew I had to go. So I started preparing for it. I mean, as soon as I left.
Yeah, I remember talking to last year preparing for
right,
this year.
and so this year I was much more financially prepared, and I didn't take such a hit with my wallet.
Absolutely.
But it's a phenomenal experience, and it
just looks awesome.
It was a dream come true for me to be able to go to that.
I do have one question though. You said you got to play Super Smash Brothers, right?
Yes.
So, what do you think of their whole doing the whole port?
I think it's great. It's a new game.
Yeah, I don't think the whole
it's
port
not a
thing holds
port.
water.
It's a new game. I'm very excited for it. I don't play competitively because I suck like that, but I still enjoy the game casually. So I'm very excited for it. I think Ridley was a great addition. Daisy was good. Unfortunately, lots of people, I don't know if you've heard, Waluigi is a popular character in the Mario world, did not get in to Smash.
Oh, no.
And people have been harassing Masahiro Sakurai, the creator of Smash. They've been sending him tweets and just harassing him and being total jerks because Waluigi's not in the game.
Right.
Reggie Fils-Aimé, the president of Nintendo America, actually commented yesterday, and he was like, "Trust me, Sakurai knows you want Waluigi in Smash."
Right.
He's an assist trophy in the game, so he's basically an item.
Yeah.
You can find him as random chance, and Waluigi will show up and he'll help you. But he's not a playable fighter.
Yeah, because I know like Lindis from Fire Emblem and Waluigi were like two of the top characters that people wanted in Smash. So having Ridley out of nowhere, which is another highly requested, sought after character for years, was just so out of the blue. So I disagree with the choice of Daisy because she's what we call an echo fighter for Smash.
So that's a new term for Smash, is echo fighter, which you'll notice when you play Smash, there are certain characters who kind of fit into these groups where they all feel similar. They feel kind of like a counterpart to a different character.
Right,
They're now called echo fighters.
Right.
So you have the original fighter. Say you have Fox McCloud, and then you have Wolf, who is now his echo fighter because he plays similarly. He's very similar to Fox.
Like their basic attacks are almost exactly identical, but their special attacks.
Yeah, Mario,
are
Dr.
separate.
Mario, Peach and Daisy, very similar but not quite the same.
In that regards, and the fact that we're going to have over 60 characters in this game, to add one more that's just similar but not quite the same, like having versus like a dynamically different character would have been nice. But honestly, I'm never disappointed with Smash, so I'm excited. That's not coming out till December, though, right?
December. And they did say, unfortunately, not all the stages will be in.
But that's a lot.
Real quick, this clip right here, that guy's a YouTuber, and the girl next to him, she actually has the world record for Just Dance. I think it's like the longest session or something like that, dance session.
My gosh.
That was outside the Ubisoft press conference, which I unfortunately did not get to get into. I was also very upset because I was supposed to be able to get into the Bethesda showcase. They sent me an email. They said, "Hey, feel free to RSVP and you can come." And I missed the window to RSVP.
Oh, no.
It gets worse. And I was like, that sucks. I won't be able to get in. The day of the showcase, 2 hours before, they email me, which I didn't see, and they go, "Hey, looking forward to seeing you." And they sent me an email, and so I still missed it.
Oh no.
And then Andrew WK was there, and performed. So not only did I miss one of Bethesda's greatest showcases in recent years, but I missed an Andrew WK concert.
Oh, jeez.
So I was not happy about that. But it taught me a lesson. Always check your email, kids.
Oh, yeah. Wi-Fi is optional.
Wi-Fi is optional. But no, E3 was cool where we stayed. We were actually a block away from a Target and a Chick-fil-A. And so I had Chick-fil-A for breakfast every day.
There you go.
We did
Except for Sunday.
with that.
Except for Sunday. We did a huge breakfast, and then we skipped lunch because I didn't feel like spending $15 at a food truck.
Usually at conventions, you skip lunch
Yeah,
anyway.
so you can kind of see the Xbox building there a little bit. And that was just their space for 3 days. Also got to meet, let's see who else did I meet? I met Tommy Tallarico.
Again,
yes.
Again.
I met him. He runs Video Games Live. He's also now the head of Intellivision Entertainment, and they supposedly have plans to, quote, change the world.
So for the people that don't know who he is,
Tommy Tallarico is a video game composer. He has a bit of a resume. He's a video game composer. He is now the head of Intellivision Entertainment. He hosted the Electric Playground, which was on G4, or Reviews on the Run was on G4. He had Electric Playground, which was also the host of with Victor Lucas. And he's in Video Games Live, which is a live concert, an orchestra, traveling orchestra that plays music to video games, and it plays the.
because I remember when you first met him, you sent me a picture. I met Tommy, and I sent you
and
my picture.
you met Tommy Wiseau the day I met Tommy Tallarico.
I challenge you with my Tommy.
I said my Tommy can beat up your Tommy.
I see your Tommy and raise you a Tommy.
But yeah, no, I got to hang out with him again a little bit. And Todd Howard. I met Todd Howard as well. And it took me about 25 minutes to work up the courage to talk to him. Because he was standing, because YouTube had their whole Live at E3 event. And he was kind of standing by the entrance, going in and out. And every time we would Danny and I would shift to get up to talk to him, and then he would turn around. And we're like, okay. And then finally I finally just worked with the courage. I was like, Todd, can I get a picture? I was like, I can't wait to play Skyrim on my fridge. Jeez.
Oh my gosh.
If you saw the conference, you'll know what I'm referring to.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But no, E3 is an amazing conference that I highly recommend anyone.
Yeah, it sounds like it's definitely gearing more towards a fan experience and not strictly just a.
Yeah, they're trying I think to merge the two a little
right,
bit.
without making one.
And the rules they did try to compensate a little bit this year. Last year, it was just 3 days, anyone could get in as long as you had the pass. This year they did a little bit differently, where the media could get in slightly early. So it was from 10 a.m. to noon, it was just press, and then the public could get in. And I think on the final day, everyone could just get in at the same time. So they're trying to compensate a little bit. Tokyo Game Show does something similar, where I think the first day or two is industry only, and then the final days are more open. So we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting in the future to see how E3 handles it.
Make it into more of a convention type thing.
Yeah, I mean we'll have to see. But if y'all can go next year. Definitely
put it on the to-do list.
A Tech Warp Live out there.
And I'll teach you a little trick right now. I'll tell you a little trick about it. The first 1,000 tickets, which sell in 30 seconds, are $100 cheaper.
Oh, hey, there you go.
Which I managed to score this time around. It was 150 if you had the first 1,000. Otherwise,
oh, so you already have your 2019 tickets?
No.
Oh, that was
no. The
When
tickets
do they go on sale?
They go on sale. The tickets they go on sale around the first week of February.
Okay, so you got some prep time.
Yeah, you got prep time. You got plenty of time there.
So in the meantime, speaking of other conventions, we definitely have plenty coming up. Like we mentioned, Metrocon.
Metrocon, that's going to be our next big one.
Yeah, Tampa Comic Con's coming
Holiday
up.
Matsuri.
Tampa Bay Megacon, Holiday Matsuri.
I personally
Christmas.
will be at SuperCon in 2 weeks over in Fort Lauderdale.
That's on my birthday.
So.
I'm hoping to make it out there for that one.
So that's another one too. So yeah, plenty of stuff to do around the area.
Metrocon's the big one coming up for us.
Let's talk about Metrocon.
Yeah, because we got a lot going on for Metro.
For everybody that doesn't know, WeBeam TV, we have several shows on here that are nerdy related. Nerd Talk, of course, Tech Warped.
We're going to start
Comic Book 101.
The cosplay show's coming up.
The cosplay show
soon.
premiering. So we're going to stream all of our shows live.
Live on the floor at Metrocon.
All 4 days.
All 4 days.
And we're going to stream the whole convention the whole weekend too.
Yeah, we're going to be streaming the floor. We're going to be pulling in cosplayers and special guests and doing interviews.
So if you guys are going to Metrocon, you know what to do. Comment, message us, contact one of us.
And let's talk a little bit about what we talked about last night on what you guys talked about last night on Nerd Talk, the raffle.
Oh, yes. So I don't know if Dylan can pull up that photo.
I don't know if we have that.
He may. We have...
We have a special raffle that's going to be happening.
Pulled up.
$5 tickets.
Right.
Yeah, I don't remember the cause it goes for.
Well, it's going to go to 2 separate charities, and it's a picture drawn by a local tattoo artist that kind of blew up a little bit and moved elsewhere to California. So it's really top quality art, but it's a picture of Yoda. And so pretty much all weekend, we're going to be doing $5 raffle tickets. Half will go to one charity of John's choosing, and half will go to another that the tattoo artist has helped us out with too.
Oh,
there it is. Hey.
I saw
there it is. Let's get a full shot of that real quick.
There you
so
go.
yeah, so you can buy a $5 ticket for that, and you can buy as many tickets as you want.
Yep.
And then
that doesn't do it justice. I saw it in person last night, and I just wanted to take it home with me.
The final day, the final hour of the final day, we will be doing the raffle for that.
Yep. And as you guys can see, that was not like a little 2x4 picture. Like it's
it's a real
huge.
nice large
4x3.
Yeah.
It's big.
I'm definitely going to be putting in a few tickets for that. And plus, even if you don't win, it's charity. It's for a good cause. So by all means, feel free to.
Yeah. So swing by.
Don't be sour if you lose, because you're still helping out.
Don't be salty.
Don't be
Never
salty.
be salty.
We don't like salt.
Oh man,
But that's about it.
Metrocon. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
All right. Well, I know it's been our first. I'm sorry.
Are you gonna be there all 4 days?
Yeah, I'm going to be there all 4 days. I'm going to be bringing out some cosplays. So if you guys follow me on my personal page, Pixeldoll Cosplay, you can see all the stuff I have.
In case our boss is watching, I'm about to make him angry. I will be there Saturday and Sunday because unfortunately full-time jobs suck like that. But Saturday night, Tech Warp Live. We're going to be doing this show right here as a live panel, and we're going to have audience participation. We're going to have challenges. We're going to have giveaways. Lots of cool stuff for that. I believe it's 6:30.
The panel 6 or something.
6 or 6:30. Yeah. We'll finalize those details for you. We still got a couple weeks.
Yeah, look forward to a Facebook event page to keep track on that.
And then in the vendor room at Metrocon, we're going to be in the back left corner, just live streaming the whole time and just going on and hosting and interviewing and featuring and just all sorts of stuff.
So what I would personally love to see if you guys are going to Metrocon to swing by the booth, show off that awesome cosplay you're busting your butt working on right now. Tell us about your projects you're doing, upcoming things you want to show off. Get involved with us. That's what we're here for.
Definitely interview people.
And we're gonna be trying to do that at a bunch of conventions. Metrocon is our first one for this type of format. What we're doing. Yeah. We haven't done this before, so it'll be interesting.
I think it's going to go good.
It'll be an interesting new experience for us, and we're hoping we can take that experience to other conventions.
Exactly, and if anything, come over and let us show you off, so you can show your friends, and now they'll be jealous of you.
Sorry, there's explosions happening outside right now. We don't know what's happening.
It's kind of awkward. People.
Always a nice closure to the show.
So how much time do we have?
We got 3 more minutes. So anything y'all want to say for the first episode of Tech Warped ever? Is there anything you want? Just in the history of the first episode of Tech Warped.
Well, I want to be that person to say thank you to every last person that has come out to watch the show tonight.
And I'm sorry that we wasted 60 minutes of your life.
Yeah,
boy,
get it back.
Boy, anyway. So the both of you. Seriously though, guys, thank you so much for your support and helping us out with this. Because
it's going to be a weekly show. Yep. We're going to be doing this every week until we hate each other. And even then, we're going to keep doing it. It'll make it funnier.
Would you look at that? It's already time for that. God, I hate you.
I hate you too.
God.
As long as she keeps bringing coffee, I'll be good every week.
Deena's the coffee girl. She just snuck on. She wasn't supposed to be there.
Exactly. I don't even go here.
She's like, who are you people?
What is this?
But no, I'm definitely looking forward to Metrocon. That's going to be 3 weeks, July 19th through the 22nd. Yeah. So if you haven't bought tickets for that already, you can go to metroconventions.com.
Tickets are still for sale, and the shows are amazing out there.
Metrocon's an awesome show. So
cannot wait for all that there. But yeah, it's
Eddie, our cameraman, is dancing in the back because he was successful in turning off the music. I wish we had a camera on this man right now.
It's all
He
good.
thinks he's cute.
Maybe next
time.
time.
You want to come dance real quick for us, Eddie? No?
Come say hi. Actually, come here, Eddie.
Eddie's shy.
Ego photography. Come over here. Say hi.
Calling him out by name.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
No.
He'll be at our booth too, taking
Eddie will
photos
be there
all
too.
weekend.
If you see the weird dancing man with the big camera, that's Eddie.
Big beard.
He doesn't bite much. He's not that scary.
Oh, much. That's always good. That's always a good one to throw in there.
But no, I'm actually going to be working some T-shirts too to give out at Metrocon.
We'll have other prizes too.
Not too many.
We may have some other guests doing
Shirts are
the booths
expensive.
too, so good to always see us. We're going to be hard to miss. We're going to have a whole huge setup, like an interview setup and a talk to us booth. So
hopefully we can get Alex to stop by the booth.
Yeah, not to call you out by name, Alex, but hey.
Hey, Alex.
I know you're watching.
We actually did an interview with Alex. Webeam TV did an interview with Alex to help promote Metrocon. So you can actually go to webeamtv.com and you can find all the shows, all the programs. You'll see lots of interviews on the Facebook page as well for Webeam TV and Nerd Talk. And you'll actually see that interview you'll see all our Megacon interviews, but you'll also see the Metrocon interview we did
Also,
with Alex.
there's a convention later this year. I heard someone's going to be a cosplay guest at.
Oh, I wonder which one that one is.
Wonder who that would be.
You're going to have to find out next week on Tech War.
That's mean.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Deena. I like to be mean.
This is Deena. She's mean.
I'm bean?
Mean.
Mean.
She's a bean?
I'm a mean bean.
She's a mean
She's a
bean.
mean bean.
Wearing your shirt now that says mean bean.
Oh, no.
I think she definitely deserves
There
her
we go.
There, she thinks
crown.
she's in charge.
Exactly.
She's our
Thanks.
little princess.
I beg to differ.
We like to let her think she's in charge. It helps. It keeps things running smoothly.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. This has been our first episode
Thank
of
you.
Tech Warped.
It's been great.
Thanks for watching Tech Warped, and we'll see you guys next week here on WeBeam TV.
Like, subscribe, and follow
Like,
us.
subscribe, follow, Patreon, all that good jazz.
Yeah. No Patreon.
No
Not
Patreon.
yet. Not yet.
Because they don't have lewds.
I can't.
Darn.
See you guys next week.